What is everyone? Welcome back to the Marvelous Me Danny. Today I'm back with another Untrue Tuesday. Now, before I get started, I just want to apologize in advance for this week. I know I said I'm gonna make so many videos this week, either FNAF, YTP, SML, all that, even a late Fighting Friday, but unfortunately, I've been testing at school all week, pretty much all week. Well, not all week. Today's Thursday, and I started testing on Tuesday. If you guys remember, I did that reaction to the Summon About Knuckles Part 1 and 2 on Monday, thinking it was Friday and Friday. But then and then I said I was gonna make a real Friday and Friday at the end of the day. But then I realized I had a test on Tuesday, so I had to study. So unfortunately, I couldn't get a video, and because it was for the STAR test. So Tuesday came, I did the test, but it turned out there was another test the next day on Wednesday, which was yesterday. So I had to study again, which means I couldn't do another video. And also to make things worse, there's a storm here right now and yesterday. So yeah, the power kind of cut out last night, and it really sucked. I shouldn't have done one as soon as I got home, but me being dumb, it's almost like the universe is like, oh, I can't have this. Danny making YouTube videos, I gotta do something to ruin it for him. But basically, yeah, it hasn't been a very good week. But I'm here now on a Thursday, because I told you that, guys, that whenever I miss a Tuesday, I'm gonna do it on a Thursday. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this. I have two stories from Share My Story once again. The first one, well, not the first one. The next, I just want to say this first one for last, because the second one is called "I Got Suspended for Being Too Pretty." We'll react to that next, but this first video is pretty freaking ridiculous. It's okay. I don't think I'm not sure if I can actually say this. So it's called "A Snake Bit Off My." A snake bit off his. Yeah, a snake bit off his worm. Yeah. Yeah, as you didn't tell already, this is gonna be really ridiculous. But nonetheless, let's just go ahead and get started with this. A snake bit off his thingy. So let's go ahead and start it in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, I'm Benjamin, and even though I'm only 21 years old, I already know that I will stay a virgin for the rest of my life.
Damn!
Let me explain you why. A few years ago, I went on vacation to Thailand. My family and I had just checked into our hotel. When I decided to go to toilet, we had just been off a 10-hour flight, and I was bursting.
I gotta take a fatty,
so I
boy.
sat down on the toilet with my headphones on, listening to music, when I suddenly felt something pulling on my cucumber.
This man said he felt something pulling on his cucumber, bro. Bro, if you don't quit lying, bro, that is a baby carrot at most. Come on, my guy.
My first reflex was to jump up and look down. I saw a big, long snake that had sunk its teeth into my cucumber. Now, before I continue telling the story, please take a look at this image of a snake's mouth. It has dozens of sharp teeth that are hook-shaped, so they can hold on to their prey. They normally only eat mice, rats, or chipmunks, but my cucumber must have looked tasty or something, and once the snake had bitten into it didn't let go again. I started screaming and ran out of the toilet, with the snake still holding on to my cucumber. When I saw my mom, I screamed, "Ah, help me!" But my mom just started screaming too and didn't help at all. So, in the end, I tried to pull the snake's mouth open.
Oh,
But this made the snake bite down even
There's
harder.
there's really an image of
when
a
it
cucumber.
happened.
The snake
My
on it.
cucumber got bitten off, and the snake
Oh!
swallowed 4/5 of it.
Oh!
I knew I had to go to the hospital ASAP. But first
He's
I
like,
asked my mom to catch the snake and cut it open
no!
so that we could later sew my
Yo,
cucumber
Mom,
back
chill.
together. Unfortunately,
That
my
snake
mom
probably has
was
dick
too
breath.
scared,
Calm
and
down.
The snake escaped. Meanwhile, I found a taxi to get to a hospital, but the driver kept arguing how my blood was ruining his seats. I got so angry, I used my left arm to pull him out of his own taxi while holding my cucumber
Yo,
with my right
GTA
hand.
moment.
I've
2
never
stars.
driven a car before, but it wasn't that complicated. And after 20 minutes of
A star and a
driving,
half.
I had found a hospital. When I ran into the lobby, I was covered in blood and screamed, "Help! Help!" When the nurses saw me, they immediately
thought you said
brought
scream,
me into the
not
emergency
whimpered.
room.
You were like,
I still hoped that they could somehow save
help.
my cucumber,
You should be like,
but the doctors just kept on
help.
asking me whether it was a poisonous snake or not. But, I mean, how was I supposed to know that? Well, it took 20 hours of operating on me until the doctors were able to fix my cucumber enough so that I could pee relatively normally into a toilet again. However, the doctors told me that I would never be able to make love to a woman again. And to make things
oh,
worse,
that
there were
sucks.
several
The
TV crews
biggest
outside the
Wayne,
hospital
bro.
trying to interview the boy that had lost his
Just like that
cucumber.
snake.
I mean, seriously? Do you think I want to tell the whole world that my cucumber was bitten off by a snake while sitting on a toilet? Well, when I finally arrived back in the US,
Snake bit
my
off
girlfriend was waiting for me at the airport. And, we were both raised strictly Catholic and still virgins. We had planned to have our first time after we got married, but now I had to tell her about my condition. We sat down at an ice cream cafe. And I'm not joking, but she ordered herself a banana split. I waited until she was finished eating, and then I told her the news.
That is the only banana
I told
she
her how I had lost
didn't
my
have for the rest
cucumber
of her
on my
life.
trip to Thailand. I expected her to feel sorry for me or something, but she just said she wanted to take a look at it in the bathroom. And well, when I showed it to her, she started
Why was
laughing
she so sad?
hard that tears were running down her face. I have to admit that her reaction completely destroyed the little confidence that I had left. After
girl
she calmed
sucks.
down, I asked her if she was okay with the fact that I would never be able to make love with her. At least not in the conventional way. Luckily, she said she didn't mind. But the next day,
And the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
when I asked her to go out, she said she was busy. And afterwards, she completely stopped responding to my messages. I have to tell you, it hurts to be rejected because of your body, because of something you have no control over and that you can't change. I felt like such a loser. I thought I would never be able to satisfy any girlfriend I had. I grew so insecure that whenever a girl started talking to me, I ended the conversation as quickly as possible. I didn't want a new girlfriend because I was scared of having to tell her about my embarrassing condition. But after 6 months, 2 guys came up to me at college. They were both laughing and asked me if a snake had really bitten off my cucumber. And I
How
started
do they-
blushing so hard.
How do
that
they
I
know?
basically admitted that it was
All
true.
right, it's on
It
the
turns
news.
out that my ex got drunk at a college party and told
that
everyone about
Psy?
my accident in Thailand. And from then onwards, everyone at my
he's a-
college called me Miss P because I had a missing, you know what. For the next 3
Yeah.
years, I basically stopped talking to girls and instead completely focused on college. I think I wanted to get
Nice.
straight A's to compensate for what I was lacking. But I just grew more and more frustrated. And I came to the conclusion that if lesbians make it work, that I can make it work too. And that's when I decided to start dating again.
Okay.
And I met my current girlfriend, Suzanne, at a college party. It took me 5 dates with her to work up the courage to tell her about my condition. And luckily, she wasn't creeped out or anything. I mean, she giggled a bit, but I can deal with that. And since meeting her, I realized that even though I lost my cucumber, I can still make her happy. I mean, lesbians can make each other happy too. So in the end,
Okay,
I'm grateful
if you
that my old girlfriend
granted to
broke
that,
up with me.
I guess.
Because otherwise, I would have never met Suzanne. And I can't tell you how much I love her. She is much nicer than my ex. In fact, 2 months ago, I had a very important homework assignment in my college economics course. I was supposed to write 5,000 words about the dual system theory, but I was down with a cold and spent my whole weekend laying in bed with high temperature. But then my girlfriend gave me a stack of papers. She had done my homework for me. I can't tell you how grateful I was.
Bro,
And since then, I've helped
no one
her
cares about
several
this.
times with her homework.
What does this have to do with
Because I
anything?
want to make sure I always give more than I take. So thank you for listening to my story, and please subscribe to this channel for daily animated stories.
Yeah. Guys, that was both hilarious, yet kind of inspiring. You don't have to, just because, you have some deformity, about you, you can make yourself happy and make others happy. Yeah, I'm not really good at doing pep talks, so let's just move on to the next one already. I still like that video, but I'm really bad at pep talks. So let's just go ahead and move on to the last one. Alright, so this last one for today is called I Got Suspended for Being Too Pretty. Now, I've never had any personal experience because, as you can tell, I am not pretty at all. And nor have I never known anybody else who had this kind of problem. I don't think I knew anyone who got suspended for being too pretty. But I'm gonna see how this girl got suspended for being too pretty. Yeah, no, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if this is fake or not. I mean, because this never happened. I never heard that happening before. But this is also share my story, so it's kind of a 50% chance. But let's go ahead and watch it to see and find out. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and I grew up in a very dangerous neighborhood. To make things worse, my dad left my mom when I was just a baby,
Of
so
course
we
he did.
had no one to protect us. At age 13, I started to notice guys staring at me when I walked past them. I told my mom about it, and she said I was too pretty for my own good. Since then, she made me wear ugly clothes which covered my body and face so that guys would be less interested in me. She also told me horror stories about what happened to girls who went out at night and what guys would do to them. It made me terrified to go anywhere.
Why
And
would
to
you
this
tell her
day,
that?
I've never been to a single
Who does
party
that?
or event after 5 p.m. You might think that being
The hell's
pretty
wrong
made
with
me
you,
one of
Mom?
the popular girls in school, but that wasn't the case. Most girls didn't like me. They said I was arrogant and stuck up, and there was one time when my mom allowed me to wear tight jeans, and all the girls inside my class shamed me and called me a slut. I did have one good friend though. Her name was Marie, and she never seemed to care what other people thought of her. She was really
how
into
come-
comic books and stuff.
How come she looks like Velma from Scooby-Doo? Also, I like how she's reading Thor instead of Thor. Yeah, that is legit for a lawsuit.
Even though
From
the other
Disney?
kids said it was dumb. Anyways, one day
You're
I
dumb.
went to the bathroom and caught Taya,
Freaking
Rachel, and
guy
some
with
other
his miscolored
popular
eyes.
girls writing some really nasty
The Popular
things about
Puff Girls.
Marie and lipstick on the walls. I told them they were jerks and went to clean it off.
Marie is the
But they all
weirdest nerd
circled
alive.
around me saying things like,
Is that supposed
Miss
to be a
Pretty
roast?
thinks she's better than us. Better watch your back. You won't be pretty forever. I was seriously scared, but I would have never guessed what they
What?
did next.
What does that mean?
The following day, they wrote on the walls again, this time calling one of our teachers ugly. Then they went to the principal, Mr. Clayton, and told him
Elizabeth
they'd
was
seen
here.
me writing the graffiti onto the bathroom walls. Next, I got called into Mr. Clayton's office. I tried to tell him I didn't do it. I mean, I didn't even own a lipstick. But when he searched my bag and found the lipstick, I knew the other girls had put it in my bag. Of course, I tried to explain to him I'd been set up, but he didn't believe me and said I needed to learn that just because I was pretty didn't mean I could call other people ugly and do whatever I wanted. Afterwards, he suspended me for 1 whole week from school. I was furious. because I was being punished even though I'd only tried to defend my best friend. I don't want to complain though.
And
I
you
know
have
a lot of people have
fake-ass
much bigger problems
Captain
to
America
deal
shield.
with, and most of the time, being
2
pretty
lawsuits.
makes your life easier. Recently though, I had another problem. I'm working in sales and I have a female boss. Even though I made the most sales in my department, I was the only one who didn't get a bonus. When I asked my boss why, she told me I had a bad attitude and needed to be more of a team player. I had no idea what she was talking about, but I was suspecting that she was actually just jealous of my looks. That's why I went to her boss, Mr. Jones. I explained to him that I didn't get a bonus and that I thought it wasn't fair. He agreed and overruled my boss's decision.
CEO?
But now, I wish I hadn't said anything, because since he talked to my boss about me, she's been making my life hell. Because last week I had to work overtime every single day. That's why I'm already looking for a new job. And yesterday, I had my first interview, and I was lucky because the interviewer was a guy, and he seemed to like me. So maybe my looks will actually help me get a new job. Anyways, thank you for listening to my story.
Okay, I
Please
thought that
subscribe to this
was
channel
going to
for
drag on
daily
to some
animated
cringy
stories.
love story, but alright! It did it! Yes! That means we're done for today! I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought. And also, oh, hold on. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this. There we go. Alright, yeah, and Sponge channel, if you're watching this, please stop commenting to ask me to react to your videos. I'm not doing this to be rude. You are a cool dude. I like your videos. And I love how you've been supporting me, sharing all the videos to all your friends and your more subscribers. You've been a big help. But I gotta ask you to stop begging me to react to your videos because if you don't remember, at the beginning of the year, I had a big plan to react to these other videos and play these other games. I promise you, I will get to your videos eventually. You gotta stop asking me to react to your videos. I'm not doing this to be rude, okay? You're alright. You're a cool dude. I love your videos, but you gotta stop asking me to react to your videos every single video I upload. I will get to it eventually. I promise. But yeah, guys, again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment below what you thought. Click the subscribe button, notification bell, and since today's March, let's go ahead and get a hashtag Happy Spring. Yeah, why not? I was gonna say St. Patrick's Day, but I decided to say that for a St. Patrick's Day related video. But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.